Every night, millions of older adults lie down hoping to finally get some rest, yet wake up feeling even more exhausted than when they went to sleep. Not just physically worn out, but mentally and emotionally drained. The kind of deep fatigue that coffee can't touch and pills can't fix. The kind that makes you quietly wonder if you'll ever feel like yourself again. According to the Sleep Foundation, nearly 45% of adults over 60 report frequent morning brain fog, a heavy, sluggish feeling that lingers well past breakfast, sometimes stretching into the afternoon, or even lasting all day. And here's what I've learned after more than 3 decades in the field, working with thousands of older adults. This isn't just about poor sleep, it's about what your brain is or isn't receiving in the hours before you rest. We're told to wind down. We're told to avoid screens, dim the lights, and create the perfect sleep environment. And yes, those things can help, but almost no one talks about what your brain actually needs to repair itself overnight. What it needs at a cellular level to clear out toxins, restore memory pathways, and help you wake up sharp instead of stuck. And sometimes that answer isn't a pill. It's not a prescription. It's something warm, something real, something that's been quietly sitting in your kitchen all along. For those of you just joining us, welcome. My name is Dr. Matthew Brooks, and if brain health, energy, and sharper memory matter to you, I encourage you to hit subscribe so you never miss what truly matters. We're building a community of people who refuse to accept brain fog as inevitable, and I'd love for you to be part of it. Now, let me be very clear from the beginning. This is not some trendy diet trick or overpriced supplement I'm about to sell you. What we're talking about today is real food. Simple, cooked vegetables that can lower brain inflammation, help flush out mental toxins, and support emotional clarity by the very next morning. I've seen it firsthand in patients who were on the verge of giving up. Seniors who sat across from me and said, "Doc, I sleep all night, but I wake up feeling like my mind is stuck in mud." They were frustrated, they felt helpless, and they didn't know where to turn. Before we go any further, I want to ask you something. Where are you watching this from right now? Are you tuning in from the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, or somewhere else entirely? Drop your city or country in the comments below. I love seeing how people all over the world are taking their brain health seriously. And it reminds me that no matter where we live, we're all navigating this journey together. So here's my promise to you. If you stay with me through this entire video, you won't just learn about 3 of the most underrated brain-supporting vegetables out there. You'll understand how they work on a biological level, how to prepare them properly, how to time them for maximum benefit, and most importantly, how to finally feel like your mind is working with you again instead of against you. No fluff, no trends, just science. Real stories from real patients and food that actually helps. And it all starts tonight with what you choose to put on your plate before bed. Let's begin. If there's one vegetable I wish more seniors would take seriously, it's pumpkin. Not the sugary pie filling that comes in a can during the holidays. I'm talking about real cooked pumpkin. Soft, steamed, and served warm in the evening. Almost like a comforting blanket for your brain. What makes pumpkin so powerful isn't just its taste or texture, though both are gentle and soothing. It's what happens once it enters your system, especially during those critical hours before sleep, when your brain is preparing to repair itself. Inside every bite of cooked pumpkin is a blend of beta-carotene, natural tryptophan, and calming minerals like magnesium and potassium. That combination acts like high-quality fuel for overnight neurological repair, the kind of repair your brain desperately needs but often doesn't get. Here's why this matters so much. As we age, the brain's ability to regulate inflammation naturally declines. Microglial cells, the brain's internal cleaning crew, become slower and less efficient. Instead of clearing away toxins and cellular debris during sleep the way they did when you were younger, they start leaving things behind. That's when mental fog sets in. That's when memories blur. That's when thinking feels heavy, slow, and harder than it should be. But research shows that foods rich in carotenoids, like pumpkin, can help reverse that trend. Not overnight, but steadily, naturally, and reliably. In 2021, the Journal of Medicinal Food published findings showing that daily intake of beta-carotene reduced age-related cognitive decline by supporting the health of hippocampal neurons, the part of the brain responsible for memory formation and emotional balance. Even more compelling, a 2022 study from Seoul National University followed older adults who ate a simple 150-gram serving of cooked pumpkin at dinner for 6 weeks. The results showed improved sleep quality, lower markers of neuroinflammation and blood work, and a significant increase in morning alertness compared to the control group. That's not anecdotal. That's measurable, repeatable science. And here's what I've seen in my own practice. One patient of mine, Arthur, came in complaining of forgetfulness and afternoon crashes. He'd wake up feeling okay, but by 2 or 3 in the afternoon, his brain would simply shut down. We ruled out major conditions. His sleep was average, his labs were mostly fine, but mentally he felt exhausted, like his brain was running on fumes. I asked him to add a small bowl of mashed pumpkin to dinner 3 times a week. Nothing extreme, just a simple change. 2 weeks later, he came back and said something I'll never forget. I can follow conversations again. That one sentence said everything. That wasn't magic. That was nutrition doing its job when it was finally given the right opportunity. What makes pumpkin unique is its gentle, multi-layered effect on the nervous system. Its natural tryptophan supports melatonin production without overstimulating the brain like some supplements do. Its slow-releasing carbohydrates stabilize blood sugar overnight, preventing the 3 a.m. adrenaline spike so many seniors mistake for anxiety or insomnia. And then there's magnesium. Just 100 grams of cooked pumpkin contains enough magnesium to activate GABA receptors in the brain, the same pathway many anti-anxiety medications target. But this is nature's version with no side effects, no dependency, and no risk. So how should you eat it? Keep it simple. Steam or boil fresh pumpkin cubes until soft and tender. Add a touch of cinnamon or turmeric if you'd like extra anti-inflammatory support. Skip the butter, skip the sugar. Let the natural, earthy flavor speak for itself. Aim to eat it warm about 1 to 2 hours before bed, when your body naturally begins shifting from alert mode into repair mode. The key here is consistency, not quantity. A few spoonfuls once won't change your life, but repeated evenings of giving your brain this support send a clear signal to your nervous system. That signal tells your brain it's safe, supported, and ready to heal. That's how real change begins. Not with pills, not with quick fixes, but with patience, presence, and the right plate in front of you. Of all the vegetables we overlook, the humble carrot may be the most misunderstood, especially when it comes to brain health. Most people associate carrots with eyesight. Eat your carrots, they're good for your eyes. And that's true, but cooked carrots, eaten in the evening, do far more than that. When prepared properly, they can help stabilize brain chemistry, reduce oxidative stress, and quietly support cognitive clarity by the next morning. The key lies in how carrots change once they're cooked. Unlike many vegetables that lose nutrients with heat, carrots actually become more potent. Cooking breaks down tough plant fibers and releases more bioavailable beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect brain tissue from free radical damage. But beta-carotene isn't the only compound at work here. Carrots also contain lutein, a naturally occurring flavonoid studied for its effects on neuroinflammation. In 2020, the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging published findings showing that lutein can inhibit inflammatory pathways in microglial cells, the same cells responsible for cleaning toxins and maintaining balance in the aging brain. By reducing inflammatory load, lutein helps preserve neural connectivity, particularly in regions involved in memory and emotional regulation. In simple terms, a warm serving of cooked carrots at night may help your brain maintain its internal housekeeping, improving your chances of waking with clearer thoughts and steadier moods. This becomes even more important after age 60, when the blood-brain barrier naturally weakens. A 2019 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience showed that dietary flavonoids like lutein can help reinforce this barrier, making it less permeable to toxins that accelerate cognitive aging. In other words, carrots don't just feed your brain, they help protect it. They also offer an unexpected benefit. Cooked carrots contain modest natural sugars, enough to signal satiety and stabilize blood sugar without spiking insulin or disrupting metabolism. That balance is critical at night. When blood sugar drops too low during sleep, the body releases cortisol and adrenaline, which can jolt the brain awake or trigger restless, anxious nights. Carrots digest slowly, helping prevent those nighttime crashes and allowing deeper, uninterrupted sleep. From a digestive standpoint, cooked carrots are gentle on aging systems. Soft, warm, and soothing, they provide sensory comfort as well as nourishment. That warmth alone can calm the vagus nerve, helping shift the body into a parasympathetic, rest and digest state. For best results, eat cooked carrots about 90 minutes before bed. Steamed or lightly roasted works well. You don't need a full plate. A small serving alongside dinner is enough. Pair them with extra virgin olive oil to improve nutrient absorption, or add a pinch of ginger for extra support. What matters most is simplicity. Avoid added sugar or heavy seasoning that interferes with digestion. Real nourishment doesn't come from extremes. It comes from steady, quiet signals your brain knows how to interpret. And the carrot, often dismissed as boring, may be one of the most effective tools for restoring clarity, one bite at a time. When most people think of cabbage, they think of coleslaw or a bland side dish. Rarely do they see it as neurological support. But when prepared properly and eaten at the right time, cabbage becomes a powerful ally for the aging brain. Cabbage belongs to the cruciferous family alongside broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and kale. But unlike its more intense relatives, cabbage is gentler and easier to digest, especially in the evening, when heavy foods disrupt sleep. Cabbage contains glucosinolates, which convert into sulforaphane and indole 3-carbinol during cooking. These compounds support detoxification in both the liver and the brain. A 2018 study in molecular neurobiology showed sulforaphane increases glutathione levels in aging neurons. Glutathione is the brain's master antioxidant. Without enough of it, toxins accumulate, inflammation rises, and brain fog thickens. Cooked cabbage helps boost glutathione production naturally and safely. Cabbage is also rich in vitamin K1. In 2019, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that seniors with higher vitamin K intake had better verbal memory and faster processing speed. Vitamin K supports brain cell signaling, particularly in the prefrontal cortex. What makes cabbage ideal before bed is its low calorie load, high fiber content, and calming minerals like calcium. The fiber supports the gut-brain axis, a direct communication line between digestion and mental health. Nearly 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. When you support gut health, you support mood, sleep cycles, and emotional resilience. One of my patients, Helen, struggled with anxious sleep for years, exhausted at night, racing thoughts, broken rest. I suggested a simple routine: sautéed cabbage with olive oil and garlic 3 evenings a week. 2 weeks later, she told me, "For the first time in months, my mind didn't race. It just settled." That's not luck. That's biology responding to consistency. To prepare cabbage, keep it light. Steam, braise, or sauté. Avoid heavy vinegar or acidic dressings. Add garlic or turmeric for added benefit. Start with small portions if you're sensitive to cruciferous vegetables. Cabbage may be humble, but its effects are profound. It quietly supports peace, memory, and focus, the things so many people think they've lost to age. Now that you understand how pumpkin, carrots, and cabbage work, what matters most is how you apply this knowledge. The power isn't in knowing, it's in doing. Finish dinner at least 2 hours before bed. Rotate one vegetable per evening. Keep portions modest, half to 1 cup. Pair with healthy fats. Eat consistently. Aim for 3 weeks. This is how healing happens, not through intensity, but through rhythm. Not perfection, but repetition. You don't need a perfect diet. You need a pattern of smart, gentle choices. Your brain is still listening. It still adapts. It still responds. And often that response begins with food, not flashy supplements, not expensive pills, but warm, nourishing vegetables prepared with care and eaten at the right time. Pumpkin to calm the nervous system, carrots to sharpen clarity, cabbage to clear mental fog. If this video gave you hope, share it with someone who needs it. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. Until next time, take care of yourself. Your mind is worth it. This is Dr. Matthew Brooks, and I'll see you in the next video.